morning days. First of all, I have to say that you are not asking any doubts. It may have two reasons. First, you didn't have doubt. Or second, everything is doubt. I don't know what is correct. Again, hope for best. You ask your doubts, dear. If you do not ask, I'll take it granted that you have understood everything. Come back to the studies. Okay. Today we are going to start chapter 18, graphical representation of statical data. Apart from this, leaving this chapter 18, 5 chapters whichever we have completed. Already I have given so many revisions for some certain chapters. Apart from that, any queries related to any chapter whichever we have completed, you can ask me. Feel free and ask. Now, we can represent data through various types of graphs. As you know, bar graph, pie chart, line graph. Now, the new things what you are going to read in this class 9, that is histogram and frequency polygon. So, we very careful, we'll start with bar graph and then we have histograms and frequency polygons. Slowly we'll be doing it. It's not a very hurry we have to do. So, first of all, what is this bar graph? When we represent data through bars, as example, we know we are in India. All the people are not literate like you and us, but they are not blind also. So for them, this bar graph is very useful as they can understand here the bar is big, here the bar is small, here is very small, then again here it is very big. So they can understand. If just example, if you take it for the growing crops or crops grown in India per ton. So they can understand in 2000, 2001, 2002 and 2003. So they will see and they will tell this year. Which year is this? This year there was a maximum growth of crops. Because they do not know, they cannot read. These are the million ton. Or you can write it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is in million ton. Is it? So they can understand. These are the this year it was okay, this year it was little reduced, little less, here very less, then in this year it was more. So they can understand through the bars, through this. This is more means more growth, less means less growth. So this is for especially for the country like India where all the people are not literate. This bar graph is very useful. Now here we are going to represent the data through bar graph, the first one. And then we will be doing with the histogram. The histogram is a representation of data when we have continuous class intervals. As you have learned this mean, median and last exercise, you were doing making the frequency tables, frequency distribution tables and all. So that tables has to be represented on a graph paper. Then it says histogram or frequency polygon. Okay, that we will be doing later. The first sum we have a bar graph. Come to the exercise 18. It says Harneet earns rupees 50,000 per month. He plans a budget for his salary as per the following table. Now you can see he has the expenses and he has the amount what he is spending for which expenses. You have to use graph copy. Though I am doing in a plain surface, you have to do it in a graph copy and the table has to be written in a ruling page as you know what are the rules of graph. we have to draw two axes. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. All of us we know this x-axis represents the expenses. First is accommodation, second is food, third is clothing, then gap, then there is a travel, then gap, then miscellaneous, then gap, then there is a saving. This is 0. This is 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5, 6, 7000, 8000, 9000, 10,000, 11,000 and 12,000. Is it? What are these? These are amount in rupees and these are the expenses. Now for the accommodation, he spends 12,000. So we'll have to draw a bar which goes to 12,000, is it? Then for food, see it is not coming straight here, don't take it otherwise, because I am not using scale, neither graph copy, just to make you understand. I am writing it, okay dear. This is accommodation. Then we have food, 9,000. Where is 9,000? Here is 9,000. So there is a gaps between the bars. So this is called bar graph. And in histogram we didn't have any gap. This is the difference between bar graph and histogram. For clothing we have 2,500. So this will be almost here, middle. This is 2,500. Then we have travel, 7,500. So between 7 and 8 it would be, it is 7,500. Is it? Then miscellaneous, it has 4,000. So it is here. Then saving, it is 15,000. So we have to go a little up also. 13, 14, 15. Almost here somewhere. So this gives a saving. Clear? Now, the first thing, we have to give the heading. $13,000, $14,000, $15,000. It goes little higher. 15,000. Why? First of all, we have to give heading. What is this? Budget for budget of Mr. Harneet. This is the heading we have. Then second we have the scales. Is it? Horizontal scale, vertical scale, or x-axis, y-axis, whatever you can write. X-axis it is 1 centimeter, 1 unit, because we are giving one item, and y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1000 unit. These are the necessary things you have to write in a graph. First, what does horizontal axis represent? What does vertical axis represent? Then what is the heading? Then what is the scale? These are the things has to be very important to be written in the bar graph. Now you have 3 bar graphs. No. 4 bar graphs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 are horizontal, 2 are vertical. So this bar graphs you have to complete, maybe up to 3 you complete. Next day we will be doing number 4, that is horizontal bar graph. So you finish 1, 2, 3. Okay. The next day we will be doing number 4. And apart from this exercise, this chapter, whatever doubts from whichever chapter you have, repeatedly I am telling you, kindly ask. Look at the videos and give your feedback, please. Till then, keep practicing. Thank you.